Good morning, Facebook. Katie Walsh here, going live again. I am just going to wait a couple minutes and see if anyone pops on, a minute or two. It's Saturday morning. I don't know if people are awake. It's around 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'll just see if someone pops on and we'll go from here. Have a little one-on-one chat. See some people are jumping on. I'm drinking some coffee. I love this mug. Oh, my boyfriend's on. Hi, Mike. I'm glad that you popped on. You're the first one to join. Aw, my boyfriend's so supportive. So, got some people on, drinking some coffee. I need it. It's Saturday morning. I love this mug. It's like just what the doctor ordered, coffee. Hi Mike. Love you. Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and start. If you are popping on, give me a like, thumbs up, heart, flower's new, just so I know you're here, or say hi so I know you're here. I hope everyone's having a great morning. I think like it's not gonna rain anymore, which is nice. It's gonna kind of clear up. It's been rainy for 2 days and it's been a little challenging to wake up and get my day going. Good morning, pretty lady. Good morning to you, pretty lady Carrie, my girl. All right, I'm gonna get started. So, yesterday, there's a flower, whoop, whoop. Love flowers. It's the first time I've ever had a flower, I think, actually. Okay, so yesterday, coffee is always needed. Yes, it is. Some days it really is. I don't drink much coffee, honestly, but sometimes it's definitely needed. So anyway, I am jumping on here live because I did a live video yesterday about your why, finding your why, how powerful your why can be. But it can be really hard to kind of figure out your why right when you're starting, especially when you haven't even gotten to the brink of your why. You have to really dig deep in your why and really try to find it. And it can't just be done overnight. You know, it's something that has to be worked on and worked with, and it's all a mindset shift, and really digging deep into your why is not gonna happen overnight. So, what I'm going to be talking about today is a little bit about shifting the mindset, what you can do daily to really get you to the next level, trying to find your why, and really focus on your journey and what you can do to better yourself, what you can do to change that mindset of emotional eating, break those ties. I can tell you I have over really 6 months, maybe even less than that, is when I've really broken ties with my emotional eating. And it took me, over a year to even really get to the brink of my emotional eating. And it took daily practice of certain things to really break those ties. And just saying that, I mean, it takes a while. It really does. And it's something you really have to practice. And like I said, it has to be really powerful, and finding your why, and you have to make it a kind of a priority or you're gonna slip, because you know, just like it's not gonna happen overnight, just like, you know, developing these habits took 20, 30 years, however long it did for you. So these habits are not gonna break overnight, and that's why it's important to really work on it every day. And it's not just, I'm gonna sign up for this program and I'm gonna drink this shake and that's gonna be it. And I think that's why our programs are important, because we have the community and we have the coaching, and you know, we really get involved and go a little bit deeper. It's not just here's your program and here's your shake, go after it, or you know, it's not any kind of program. It's not like that. You really, Weight Watchers, like they have their community. I don't know how effective those things are, and that's a different story, but you know, you have those communities, and that's why it's so important. But you have to kind of work on yourself, and I think it's important to get encouragement from positive people that can help you on your way. When I first started, like I said, my mindset was losing weight, and it wasn't until I found the community of coaching that has really given me a reason why to dig deeper into my why. It really focuses a lot on personal development and all of those things, and really reading and trying to just go a little bit deeper in your mindset. And it's going to take some deep thoughts to get through that mind. It really is. 1 second, coffee. So, like I said, daily things. So how do you get started with trying to find it? Well, it's your journey. You know, you kind of I can give you some tips and help you along the way. If you need help and need to privately message me, that's cool. I can totally help you, but it's so personal. So it's something that you kind of have to reach out to support, to those positive people or those people that, you know, you feel like you can really trust in this. Or you can just try to find it yourself and really start somewhere. But I have two books that have really helped me in my journey and that have kind of gotten me out of that set, because when I first started, you know, it took a while to find these things, and I found two really good books that I absolutely love, and I'm going to go over those with you, and hopefully, you know, maybe you'll kind of see some insight and maybe buy these books. I mean, they're going to be like $11, $12 on Amazon, and maybe they will help you kind of get started. And the biggest thing, I'm going to show, I have it right here. The other book I don't have because it's at my old house, but, and I'm in the process of moving. This is The Miracle Morning. I don't know if you can see it, the light's in the way. The Miracle Morning is by Hal Elrod. I should know that. Hal Elrod, and basically his story is he's a businessman. He has this huge business, and then in making billions and billions of dollars, and then he gets in a car accident with his girlfriend. His girlfriend leaves him because he can't walk, and he has to rehabilitate himself. And then he gets back to a place that was good. He rebuilt his business, and then it crashed. And then that's when he said he was the most depressed. He couldn't do certain things. His mindset was just negative. And he found out through a run, a friend was like, why don't you go for a run? He kind of cleared his head, and he realized how much exercise is important in your life. And he started kind of digging deep into his mind and figuring out things that he could do to change his mindset, and it really helped him. He's helping a lot of people along the way. This book, every person that I've recommended this book falls in love with it. It changes their life. So this is like highly, highly, highly recommended. Like I said, $10, $12 on Amazon. But basically what he does is, it's called The Miracle Morning, and there's a journal with it, and he recommends that you commit 30 days to a morning of success. So basically it's called Savers. There's 5 things, right? Savers, yeah, 5 things. So you wake up in the morning. S is for silence. So that would be meditation or just sitting in silence, where you can kind of clear your head, clear your thoughts. I've talked multiple times about meditation and silence, how important it is in my life. I do it every single morning for just 10 minutes, and it helps so much because of anxiety and feeling, you know, anxious about my day. And there's so many stressors in life, and your mind, you have so many thoughts rolling in there. And if you get up in the morning and you have all those thoughts, then it's going to carry on to your day. And that's why meditation and silence is super important for me. And I'll tell you a little personal thing. I mean, it's really hard to kind of talk about my journey a little bit because you know, it's not something that's always talked about. And I remember when I had issues with food, the first thing I would think about is breakfast. Like literally you wake up and you're like, what am I gonna have to eat today? And I mean, that's something that carries on into your day to where all you're doing is thinking about food. So when I started meditating, this is what really got me into meditation. This was really what got me into my morning routine. When I started meditation, I finally like cleared my head a little bit, and it really carried on into my day. Instead of just thinking about food and my next meal, I was able to be in silence and really focus on the present moment and not the future and all of the anxiety that comes on during the day. So that's why I love silence. That's why I love meditation, and that's the first one. The second one is affirmations, which is huge. I don't know how many thoughts go in around in your head all day long, but a lot of them are negative, and I need to look up the statistics in that. I'm gonna post it below in the comments. But you wake up, you have all of these thoughts running in your head, and a lot of the times they're anxiety, it's negative thoughts, it's things that are not so positive, especially with how the world is sometimes today. And it can be hard. You can get really down on yourself, especially when you have emotional ties to food, because at least for me, I never felt good enough. I felt kind of worthless, and I just never felt worthy. It's like, it's just so personal, but I just never felt good about myself, and I always, would say negative things about myself, and it was just really, really hard, saying that you're never going to achieve this goal, or you can't even lose 5 pounds, like what is wrong with you, this and that. And it can be anything. It doesn't have to be about weight loss. You can say, oh, I didn't get this job promotion, I suck, or just negative thoughts. So if you kind of change that up into a positive, so you sit in silence and then you start your affirmations, you can write them down, you can say them out loud, you can say them in your head. And affirmations is something you can continue through the day. A lot of the things I like to say is, I am strong, I am beautiful, I'm powerful. Anything that kind of relates to you and how it's going to get you through your day. And even when I'm at work and I'm having really bad anxiety and things are going crazy around at work, I'll go in the break room and be like, sit in silence and be like, I can do this. This is a great day. This is a calm day. This is a relaxing day. And when you do that, it shifts your mindset. And the more and more you do it, the more positive thoughts you're going to have in your day, the more your day is going to be positive, and the more your mindset kind of shifts. When it comes to emotional eating, you can say, I have control of what I put in my mouth. I like healthy things. I love how healthy food makes me feel. Things like that will change your mindset, and then your brain will start rewiring into something else. So affirmations are so powerful. V is for visualization. So I'm going down the savers for the miracle morning. V is for visualization. So when you're sitting in silence, you finish your affirmations, you can sit and visualize your day. You can visualize how your day is going to go. For emotional eating, you can wake up and say, you're sitting in visualization and visualize your day of eating healthy foods, how they make you feel. For me, a lot of the times I would do it before work. So I would just, visualize my day having, a salad or avocados. Avocados are like my jam. Certain things like healthy food and how it makes you feel, because that will kind of transcend into your day too, and you will kind of remember how it made you feel, and it just is that mindset shift. As far as something else, like if you're going for a job promotion, if you're going for an interview and you sit in silence, you do your affirmations like, I am powerful, I'm going to get this job interview, and then you sit and you visualize how the job interview is going to go. You visualize yourself being really confident and really strong and going in there with a clear head and just a great mindset. And then you go in there, and guess what happens? You feel confident. You feel on top of the world. You feel like you're going to get that job because you visualized it and you read your affirmations and you sat in silence and cleared your head. So things like that, and that's why I love this book. So E, surprise here, E is exercise. Exercise, I talked about a million times. I did it this morning. I do it almost every day. It will release serotonin, and it will cause you to release endorphins and be happy. It's still really good for your body. It gets the circulation going, it gets the oxygen flowing, and you just feel better when you release endorphins. And I don't think I have to go too much into this, because everyone's had some sort of exercise in their life, right? So you know how it feels when you go to the gym and get off that elliptical, and how you're feeling. And so it's not something I have to go really deep into, but I feel like it's super important because it's hard to find the motivation to really exercise. But like he says in this book, you don't have to do a 30-minute exercise. You don't even have to do like an intense workout. You can go take your dog for a walk, or you can go for like a run around the block. It doesn't have to be that long. And that will just get your energy up and get you kind of flowing and ready for the day. It'll give you some sort of confidence, and it will, really shine through. So it doesn't have to be a 2-hour crazy workout session at the gym. It can be, 2 minutes of running high knees, or, just doing a little run around, or, doing some yoga that can clear your head. And it can be really important because it provides that oxygen. It will provide that energy to you. R is for reading. So reading, hence reading. Reading is super important because, especially with emotional eating too, is that with reading or audiobooks or, anything like that, You're going to the experts, or you're going to people that have kind of been through those challenges, and people that can kind of help you along your journey and kind of see the light and kind of see how they kind of process things. And when you read a bunch of books, you can kind of get certain things out of them, and it'll only help you in your journey and help you continue what you want to do. But you have to start somewhere. Like you know, if you were just going into this with that mindset, for me, I just want to lose X amount of pounds, and your mindset's not there yet. If you start reading and you start just taking what they're saying and taking it in, it can really change your mindset and be like, wow, and it will help you along your journey towards emotional eating. Or like I'm referencing to the job promotion, or referencing towards work, you can go, read these books that will only help you deepen what you want to do as far as goals for work. I love the book The Compound Effect. I think it's great, and I think it's really providing like motivation for you to do something every single day that's gonna ignite your fire and help you reach your goals towards whatever your business or work or anything like that. It's just little things. Saying little things will add up through the day and will make your goal bigger and make you reach your goal, instead of just sitting there and saying, why me? So I love The Compound Effect. But reading really, really helps. And I'm going to go over my second book too. So reading. And then the fifth is scripture. Scripture is writing. So I talked a little bit briefly about this yesterday, about journaling. When you journal, you release thoughts that you didn't think were there. Things that kind of have passed, because like I said, I don't know the statistics. I'm going to post it in the comments later. But you have so many thoughts running in your head that you don't even realize they're happening. I can't remember the word. I'll have to get back to you on that. But there are thoughts in your head that you just don't even know that are happening. You're not aware of what you're thinking. So when you put it on paper, it's really, really powerful, because you can actually see what you're putting down, and you'll be like, okay, I didn't even know I was even thinking that, which is just crazy. And you can kind of see your story, and it only furthers you along towards your journey of emotional eating, or your journey towards what you're visualizing for yourself, whatever success you want in life. And I find journaling to be so powerful. So those are the savers: silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scripture. I know I went into detail with them, but I find all 5 of them super powerful if you're starting your journey towards emotional eating and breaking those ties with food, or even trying to be successful in your life, whatever goal that you have in mind, whatever sort of addiction or whatever you need to get past. This is a great book. And he says you do it in the morning. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to do all 5 things in an hour. You can do them like each for 1 minute. 1 minute, that's all it takes. So that's 5 minutes of your day in the morning. Of course, reading, if you want to read, I would suggest doing more than that, but you can read little quotes that might help you through the day. That's always counted as reading too, but this is just a powerful book, so I recommend this. Every person that I've recommended to this, that I help through their journeys, falls in love with it. It changes their life. So big thing. So my second book is called Spirit Junkie, which I don't have with me, unfortunately. I'm in the middle of a move, but I do have, you can see how much I love this chick. Her name's Gabrielle Bernstein. So these are 2 of her other books. I actually have another one that I haven't read that's at my old house. So I have 4 of her books. So that's what, obviously, I love her. But Spirit Junkie is really, really great. She suffered with a lot of difficult things in her life. Emotional eating, anxiety, she had drug addiction, she had a lot of relationship issues where she felt like she wasn't good enough, and that she always sought other relationships to kind of help her along, through her life. She never really understood herself, and it wasn't until she started her meditation and started figuring out her life, figuring out her why, figuring out what she's on the earth for, that she really found herself, and now she preaches it. She does appearances. She's on Facebook. I follow her on Facebook. I love everything she has to say, and I just love all of her books. Spirit Junkie is what I started with. Like I said, $10, $11 on Amazon, and she really just goes through her story and what helped her through her times with everything, with her emotional eating and with her struggles, and what she kind of did to overcome them. And I think it's huge, just like I said with reading, you go to the experts that have already been through it, and you can kind of pinpoint what you can take from it in your journey. With her, I can just relate a lot to her because she was so down and out and depressed that she had to go to drugs, or she had to be in unhealthy relationships, and I can relate a lot to that. I had really bad things with food. I used food for comfort. I was addicted to food. I have been in really unhealthy relationships in my life, and I could relate to a lot of what she said. So as far as my journey, I love her. Spirit Junkie was great. It's the book to start out with if you want to start reading about her, if you want to follow her on Facebook and see what she's all about, and if you like her, you can get Spirit Junkie. That's what I recommend starting with. There's this Add More Aim to Your Life as well. I still love Spirit Junkie the best, and then the next book I like second best. But this is more, every chapter has a different kind of relationship in your life and how to improve it, whether it is, stress, emotional eating. There's one on relationships. She's really big on relationships because she had unhealthy relationships most of her life. So this is a good book. And then this is like my second favorite book from her, The Universe Has Your Back. It really talks about her trying to find a higher power into what she was going through. So she calls it the universe, and she does do this a lot in all of her books, but she talks about the universe and how it has your back. So and it's not necessarily just emotional eating and all of that. She does go a little bit into her story, but a lot of my emotional eating came from stress and anxiety. So this kind of is really geared toward that a lot, because when you're stressed and anxious, you're worrying about the future. And what she says is she teaches on meditation, go into meditation, sit in silence, get into that present moment, and just realize that the universe has your back, that you're not going to fail because there's something higher than you that is looking over you and that will guide you. So reaching out to guidance, it's almost like a prayer or expressing gratitude like I've talked about before. So it's something that is truly powerful. I mean, this book is really, really amazing, but I recommend Spirit Junkie if it's something that you're interested in trying to get into her stuff, or follow her on Facebook. Her name's Gabrielle Bernstein. So anyway, I am about done, but I just really wanted to get on here and talk a little bit extra about mindset, because mindset is what is going to, kind of shift you from tides with emotional eating. It's not just I'm going to reach out to someone, I'm going to get this program, I'm going to start, and then I'm going to lose 5 pounds and that's it. If you really want to break tides with emotional eating, you have to work on it daily. It's your daily actions that get to the big picture, just like I said about compound effect. These daily small changes that you make and the shifts in your mindset will lead to huge results. And I'm a huge result of that. I was almost fearful to ever work on myself or work on my mind, because you don't want to admit you have a problem. You don't want to admit that you are having problems. You want to just think that everything's okay, and this is just how it is. You get to that mindset where this is just how it is. And even if you have these negative thoughts and whatnot, you just deal with it, because that's what is given to you, and you just think that's it. This is what my life is, and it doesn't have to be that way. You can always make changes in your life, and you just have to do it and work on it every single day. And I promise you there is an end result, and I promise you that you will see a mindset shift if you do work on it every single day. And just continue to do your best and work on it. And if you need anything, I'm here. Again, thanks for jumping on. For those that jumped on, I love the comments and the likes, and I'm getting really good feedback from you guys, and I find it amazing, and it's something that I'm super passionate about, and I'm so glad that I'm getting all this great feedback, and I hope that this is really helping you. I'm no expert in this. I'm just kind of sharing my journey and sharing what's helped me, and I'm just hoping that I can reach more people and that I can really help you guys through whatever you're going through. And you know, whether it's emotional eating or whether it's anxiety or whatever is going on, whatever kind of stressor you have in your life, just realize that you're not the only one going through it, and that it's okay, and you don't have to be fearful of it. You just have to really open your eyes, as challenging as it is, as hard as it is, to really dive deep into your why and really dive deep into your problems. It is so much easier than just putting a Band-Aid on it, because putting a Band-Aid on it is not going to solve it, and it's just going to build up and build up and build up until you break. So work on it every single day. And again, thank you guys so much. This has been truly amazing series, and I'm just very blessed and very thankful for you guys. So thank you so much. If you have any kind of comments, feedback, or need anything from me, you can personally message me or comment below, and you can always share this video if you feel like this is going to help someone. You know, you can always share it and get it out there. I am doing this publicly, so no worries here. And have a great Saturday. Bye guys.